Welcome back, children. Once again, this is Ansu here. This time we'll be seeing the third part of Chapter 4, Advanced GIMP Tools. Today we'll be discussing three main topics. They are using brushes, working with layers, and masking. Using brushes. The different brushes available in GIMP can be used while drawing objects or editing images using paint tools. You can use the different brushes available in GIMP for drawing objects as well as editing images with paint tools. There are 13 paint tools such as bucket fill blend, perspective clone, blur or sharpen smudge, pencil, paintbrush, eraser, dodge, airbrush, clone, ink and heat. These are the 13 paint tools available in GIMP. All paint tools except the ink tool use different brushes. In the 13, except for ink tool, all the others uses the brush for editing purposes. To use a brush, on the image window, click the Windows menu. You have to click on the Windows menu. Point to Dockable dialogs. Click the Brushes option. The Brushes dialog box appears. When you click on the Brushes option, the Brushes dialog box appears. On the image window, click the Tools menu. Then you click on the Tools menu. The Tools menu appears. Point to Paint Tools. Select the required paint tool, for example, eraser. From the Brushes dialog box, click the desired brush, for example, the star-shaped brush. Place the mouse pointer on the image. Click and hold the left mouse button and drag it over the image. The brush effect is applied as shown in figure 4.19. If you look at the figure 4.19, wherever the star-shaped brush is used, that area has been turned to white or the paint that you have selected. To edit a brush, right-click the brush. A shortcut menu appears as shown in figure 4.20. When you right-click on the brush, a shortcut menu shown in 4.20 appears. Select the Edit Brush option. From that, you have to look for the Edit Brush option. That is the first one. The Brush Editor dialog box appears, which is shown in 4.21. To edit the brush, click and hold the left mouse button and drag the pointer in the required fields. You have to click the left mouse button and drag the pointer in the required fields. There is an example shown in your textbook. Peter wants to write his name using the Prepper brush in GIMP. Help him perform the task. What is the solution for that? To use the brush, he has to follow the following steps. On the image window, click the Windows menu. Then point to Dockable dialogs. Click the Brushes option. The Brushes dialog box appears. On the image window, click the Tools menu. This is similar to what is being explained before. Point to Paint Tools. Select the Paintbrush tool. From the Brushes dialog, click the Pepper brush. This time you have to click on the Pepper brush. Place the mouse pointer on the image. Click and hold the left mouse button and drag it over the image. The Pepper brush effect is applied. You have to first click on the Pepper brush option and then using your left mouse button, drag it over the image on the places where you want to put the effect. Working with layers. Layers are like sheets on an image. You can work on one part of an image without affecting the other parts with the help of layers. You can work part by part of the image using the layers. Consider you want to edit the image of a flower. You want to work on the petals and the stem of the flower. For this, you need to create two layers, stem and petals, as shown in figure 4.22. You need to have two different layers. Can you see on the right side? One is for stem and one is for petals. You can manage the layers on the Layers dialog. When you want to work on the stem part, you can use the stem layer, and if you want to work on the petals part, you can work on the petals layer. All this is easily viewable in the Layers dialog box. Next is creating layers. You can create as many layers as you want in GIMP. You need to give a new name for that layer. To create a new layer, on the Layers dialog box in the left bottom corner, click the Create a New Layer icon. You have to click on the Create a New Layer icon. The new layer dialog box appears that is shown in 4.23. In the layer name box, enter the desired name, for example, petals. You need to enter the name in that box. In the width and height box, enter the desired height and width of the layer. In the width and height, you need to give the respective dimensions of your layer. Under the layer fill type, select the desired option and click OK. A new layer petals is created. Organizing layers. You can organize layers by moving them up and down in the layers stack. You can also do so by creating a group folder for arranging layers of similar nature or deleting some layers. If there are a lot of layers for a single picture, you need to organize them in a particular way so that it is easy for you to go through them. You can arrange the layers according to your base, and also you can group them into folders. For example, if there are more than one layer for a particular stem, then you can put all the stem into one folder. If there are more layers for petals, you can create a folder for the petals too. Next is adding text. You can add text to images. A separate layer is added for text in the layers dialog. There is a separate layer to add text in the layers dialog. You can change the font style, color and size of the text to make it look more attractive. There are different types of fonts, colors as well as sizes available for the fonts to make it very attractive. The text box in GIMP can be moved around using the handles of the box as shown in figure 4.27. Can you see handles on the top? These handles are used to move the text from one part of the picture to another. Now let's see how to add text. On the image window, click the Tools menu. The Tools menu appears. Click the Text option. From the Tools menu, click on the Text option. Click the image. A text box appears along with a box to make changes to the font as shown in figure 4.28. A text box like this will appear. To change the font on the toolbox, Tool Options window, from the Tools section, click the Text icon. You have to click on the text icon in the Tools section. A drop-down list appears as shown in figure 4.29. The figure 4.29 shows the drop-down list that appears. Select the required font. To change the font size, click the up and down arrows next to the size box. You have to click on the up and down arrows next to the size box to increase the font size or decrease it. Enter the text you want to add in your image. You need to enter the text that you want to add. The next thing that you have to learn is masking. You can create a new picture by combining two or more pictures in GIMP. All you have to do is apply layer masking. If you want to combine two or more pictures in GIMP, the technique to do it is using layer masking. Layer masking is the process of masking or covering some parts of the layer so that you are able to create a final image. It is used to cover some parts of the image to create the final image. For example, we can combine two images below to show the island in the middle of the sea. Now let's discuss how to apply the layer mask. Open the image of the sea as shown in figure 4.32. Look into figure 4.32. You can see the image of the sea. Open the image of the island as a layer. This time you have to open the image of the island as a layer. On the image window, click File menu. You have to click on the File menu. The File menu appears. Click on Open as Layers option. You have to click on the Open as Layers option. Browse from the right pane and select the image of the island and click OK. When you click on the Open as Layers option, you get a dialog box. On the right pane, you can select the image of the island and press OK. The image appears as a separate layer as shown in figure 4.34. The file menu picture is also shown here, as well as 4.34 shows the island image as a separate layer, and it also shows the layer dialog box. Adjust the second image according to the first layer. You have to adjust the second image according to the first layer where you want to place your island. On the layers dialog, rename the layer of the second image as masking. You need to rename the second layer as masking. On the layers dialog, select the masking layer and right click. A shortcut menu appears. Click the alpha channel option. the background of the layer symbol becomes transparent as shown as 4.37. When you click on it, the background becomes transparent. Right click the masking layer and click the Add Layer Mask option. Then you click on the Add Layer Mask option. The Add Layer Mask dialog box appears as shown in 4.38. In figure 4.37, the layer symbol becoming transparent is shown, and in 4.38, Add Layer Mask dialog box is also shown. In that, you need to click on the white, that is full opacity option. Under the Initialize Layer Mask to section, select the white option. You have to click on the white option in 4.38 dialog box. Then you have to click the Add button. In the Layers dialog, a small black square with a white square within appears beside the masking layer as shown in figure 4.39. This box is known as the layer mask. It is shown below. Can you see 4.39? Can you see a white box? Around it there is a black box. On the layers dialog, click the layer mask. On the image window, click the tools option and point to paint tools option. You have to go to the image window, click the tools option. From that you have to point to paint tools option. Select the paintbrush tool. You have to select paint brush tool. Select the foreground color as black and background color as white. Paint the unwanted parts of the masking layer. A new image is formed as shown in 4.40. When you paint it off, you will get a new image like this. This is already shown to you in the support video posted last week. With this, we come to the end of today's presentation. Thank you.